Alaska is my favorite cruise destination that I've been to so far. We spent 11 nights on the Crown Princess, and today I'm ranking the cruise ports that we visited. Disclaimer, I'm not including Victoria or Vancouver in this ranking. And although you stop at them when you are visiting Alaska, they're in Canada, and honestly, they're just kind of a city. I'm Canadian. There's nothing spectacular about them. Stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you my brother's top pick for Alaska. Coming in at number 5 is the capital of Alaska, Juneau. Now, this is a great cruise port. I'm excited to go back there again in 2026, but for us, there wasn't anything mind-blowing about it. There's the beautiful glacier, and we did go to the gardens, the tropical rainforest gardens, but honestly, it was just kind of a city that was kind of nice. Number 4 is Ketchikan. This is a beautiful port. It's another popular one where almost every cruise line will go to it. There is the Creek Street, which has so much history to it and unique history. There's also the Lumberjack Show, which we plan on going to in 2026. We did the duck boat tour, so we had an amazing tour on land before heading off into the ocean. I guess it's still the ocean. Although it was rainy there, we were still able to check out the local area, and the cruise port area is so nice. There's like boardwalks, there's restaurants. It is just a fantastic port. Coming in at number 3 is Skagway. This is another port. This rounds up the 3 that most cruise ships go to, but Skagway is fantastic. If you're looking for that Klondike gold rush feel, this is where it's at. I can't even describe how historic this town feels. It just has such an amazing feeling to it. Anyway, another fantastic thing to check out at this port is, of course, the White Pass Trail. If my daughter could talk, this would be hands down her favorite cruise port. Anywhere that there's a train, she's all over it. She absolutely loved this excursion. We went all the way up to Canada, but next time we plan on doing the one that goes all the way to the Yukon Territory. There's sled dog stuff if you're interested in that. There's shows. There's just walking around the port in general. We usually don't spend that much time in a port after our excursion, but this port we loved just walking around. There's just so much to see in this cruise port. Trying to decide which cruise port would be coming first and which would be second was really hard, but in the end I decided that number 2 was going to be Icy Strait Point. This is a quiet, quaint little town that really just didn't have the touristy feel that the other cruise ports had. For us, because where the ship docked, we actually got to take the beautiful free gondola ride over to the main area. There's a lot of hustle and bustle in this area, but we then were able to take a little shuttle all the way up to the actual town of Hoonah. This used to be a cannery, or maybe it still is an active cannery, but they turned it into a cruise port, which made this town blossom. We then enjoyed the nice little walk back to the cruise port. The sea walk is incredible. Highly recommend doing this. Even if you don't take the shuttle up to the town, you can even just walk up a bit and then walk back. The incline isn't too steep, and there's a nice sea walk trail. We saw so many whales just walking around this area. If you're looking to do a whale watching tour, this is the port to do it at. We have seen other YouTubers have so much success having amazing, incredible experiences with whale watching at this port. Port number 1 for me is Sitka. Although I love seeing all the whales along the beautiful sea walk in Icy Strait Point, the amazing Totem Park just tops it all for me with Sitka. The tall trees, the calmingness of nature, just such a beautiful area. When you get there, you have like your small little port area where I got to pet a crab. Just saying, that was pretty fun. Anyway, you do have to take a shuttle to get into the actual town part, but that is a free shuttle with your cruise that takes you around and you get to see a little bit of the ocean and whatnot. You can walk it, but it's a pretty long walk. But then once you're in the town is incredible as well. It's so nice. And then you can just easily walk around town. There's a little playground even that I think next time we go there, we will let my daughter play there. But it's just so cool and just feels so Alaskan to me. I also enjoyed going into the Totem Museum and checking out all that stuff. It just was such an incredible experience, and it was our first port. So Honestly, going there and having that be our first port and having such an amazing experience at our first port in Alaska was what made me go, Alaska isn't what I thought it was going to be, and totally sold me on how incredible Alaska is. Before making this video, I had discussed it with my brother who cruised with us and just said like, oh, this is what my ranking would be. What would your ranking be? And we agreed on almost everything. The only thing that we disagreed on was Icy Strait Point and Sitka. And I understood what he was saying, but I disagreed. But obviously, because I ranked it differently. But he really loved the sea walk on Icy Strait Point and the gondola ride. He felt those topped over the beautiful, beautiful, absolutely amazing totem park experience that we had. He just felt that like, oh, trees, nature, kind of not super unique. Whereas the whales, incredible for him. Don't forget to subscribe for more Alaska content. If you have any questions, let me know and I will try to make videos on it. Go check out these ones because YouTube thinks you'll like them.